mean, one of the things, if you watch Jesus' model, he went to blind people, he went to lame people, he went to deaf people, and they had a very present felt need, and he connected with them through that. One of the ideas that we had was, what about a web-based platform where people could actually put their needs on, and there'd be people around town that would actually get online, find out how to serve, and get their friends together and actually go serve the people who are in need, and see if there isn't something there, and maybe go that direction with servant evangelism, and actually connect with people through the needs they put up on the website. And so I wrote it all out and worked on a name, came up with Neighborlink. We put some money together, hired a web designer, and had him design the first Neighborlink site. It functioned. It was a way to get people to post their projects. It's a way for people to register and serve, and it's a way for coaches to take the projects and actually meet the people who are in need. God's got a very soft heart for the broken, the hurting, people who are crippled, widowed, orphaned. He's got a heart, a unique place in his heart for those folks. And he says to us who are in the church, we're his body today. We get to actually be the hands, the ears, the eyes, the mouth of him to go out and connect with those people and represent his compassion and kindness and love to them.
My name is Joyce Jackson, and I've been with Neighborlink since 2009. I was on my way home from work, and I had a flat tire in '69, and I had stopped to get out to see how flat it was, and all of a sudden there was the salesman that wasn't paying attention and was working in the front seat of his car, and he had just sped up, and he hit me going 65 miles an hour. It cut my leg off immediately.
We met a lady through the Neighborlink site years ago. Her name was Joyce Jackson. Here's a lady whose house I've driven by probably 1,000 times. Didn't know she was in there. Didn't know she had needs. And we come to find out that she's disabled, and she's trying to maintain her home and maintain her independence and do all the things you think people want to do, and it's really important to them.
I was very active before and everything, and there's so much I can't do now. I can walk with a walker, or I can work in the yard with a wheelchair, but you can't get your curtains down, and you can't, there's just so many little things you can't do that I was able to do before. And it's humiliating. It's just really hard when you used to be able to do all the things.
She just needs some light work done in her yard, some tree limbs trimmed off, some gutters cleaned. And so we served her with another couple from our church. And it was amazing because there was this bilateral thing that started happening. When we're there serving Joyce, and she's really, one thing about Joyce is she's full of God's joy. And it's contagious because when you're serving her, she's really encouraged because we're there ministering to her, doing the things she can't do. But then we found on the other side of that, we're really encouraged because Joy has this joy and this light, and it's such a blessing to get to serve her because she lets you know what a difference you're making.
John has been the main source of my link to Neighborlink, and he calls me, a couple times a year to see what I need, and they've come out and they always work very, very hard, and I really do appreciate it. And I couldn't probably stay in my home if I didn't have help. That Neighborlink has come and done a lot of things that I couldn't do, and it's vital to have some help. When they come, they ask you what you need, and they'll do anything that you ask them to do. And they're always happy to be here. They always do a wonderful job, and they always pray for me at the end, and it's been a tremendous experience.
We don't want to check the box as servants. and then go back to our context and kind of just forget it and move on to the next person. That's not it at all. If you look at Jesus and his relationship with the 12 in particular, he did life with them. He corrected them. He knew them. They're people, not projects. And the thing that makes us different is that we bring God's light into that, and we can be really creative on how we do that. One of the things that we decided 5 or 6 years ago is that no matter where we are or how it goes, when we're all done, we're going to circle up the team, grab hands, and we're going to pray for the homeowner. God's with us, and we're going to take your needs before our God because he's the one who changes things. And we pray for them in a real practical, intentional way and just bring their needs right before the God of the universe who can make those differences happen.
I've just seen so many miracles since this accident happened. I mean, you see them before, but now you see them so much more. And God is showing me a lot through Neighborhood Link. I've met a lot of new people, and it's made me more aware of people doing kind things and helping people that can't do for themselves. Some of the same people have come out several times, and other times a lot of other people, new people could come. But God has helped me in any way, and a lot of times when I pray that I need help for this, Neighborhood Link's been there to help do the task. And it's just drawing you a lot closer to the Lord and showing you how God works through people.
I think it's been great to see people realize it's really small stuff. Small things done with great love can change the world. And I think there's so much more potential for the church to catch a glimpse of what it could mean to take their small acts of kindness back into their neighborhoods and finding populations here in our own city.
You might not think you're doing a whole lot by going out and helping somebody rake leaves, do windows, help clean in the house, or do things, but it's a huge difference to somebody that can't do it. And we are very, very thankful to God and to them for the time that they've done. And hopefully it's as much a blessing to them at the end as it has been to us.
If you remember, his invitation was, "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest for your souls." And he's just offered life to people. And it's life in the present, and it's a qualitative change in how we live. And he's basically offered that if you'll join into my body and do the things that I did and showed you how to do them, and do them with the same kind of compassion and kindness and sacrifice that I did, you'll find life. My hope would be, as you look forward to the next 10 or 100 or 1,000 years, is to take him up on that invitation, find life, join in his journey and his mission on earth, be part of his kingdom, and do these small acts of kindness to make a difference in the lives of so many. Probably the most encouraging thing is it's been 10 years already, and it feels like it just flew by. What's really been exciting has been the number of coaches and churches that have seen this and said, yes, that's exactly what we need to get our people kind of back into the neighborhood. And we thought that if God sparked this here in Fort Wayne, we knew he was sparking it everywhere there's need. And sure enough, we started getting contacted probably a couple years after the website went up with people in Chicago and other cities where there's people in need and there's brokenness, and there's churches trying to figure out the way to connect and bridge into that. And it was our absolute distinct privilege to be able to almost give that away. We charge a nominal fee to get their websites set up, but they've got the Neighborlink platform. So there's now almost a dozen affiliates and a couple of non-affiliated groups that are actually using the Neighborlink website and our tech site to get a good thing going in their context. So that's neat, and I think there'll be more of that to come.